Hello and welcome back. Okay, so right now we are discussing the two types of proportion, and so let's actually get into it. Okay, so there are actually, in fact, two types of proportions. Okay, so one is in fact called as the direct proportion, and the other one is called as the inverse proportion, and there are like slight differences to how we actually deal with both of them. And so let's actually first of all talk about the direct one. So the whole definition, it might seem a little too long, but in fact, what you see on the screen is first of all the most general way of writing direct proportion when saying like a one quantity, like for example a in this case, is directly proportional. The half infinity symbol is representing direct proportion in this case, is directly proportional to another quantity. Let's say it's called b. So this is like an extremely general way of writing direct proportion. So let's actually go through it one by one, step by step. So first of all, we have the two quantities, namely a and b, and they are being this relationship is basically direct proportion. And the main thing with this is that when one of the quantity increases, for example, let's say that whatever quantity a is, let's just say that it increases, the other quantity also increases. So it's like a catch-up game. So one actually mimics the other. Okay. So one actually tries to follow whatever the other quantity does. So in fact, it also does the opposite thing. That in fact, when one of the let's say that like a decreases, so b in fact also decreases. So first of all, let's just talk about the increasing one. So a possible example might be like, for example, you can say that for a general person who is not ill or anything, whenever you feel hungry, you want to eat more. You have a good appetite. So this is like this is the exact example of direct proportion. Okay, so the more hungry you are, the more you want to actually eat. So and this thing can actually also go the other way around. So when one of these things decreases, like say that the value of a decreases, so b actually also follows. B always also follows. So whenever this happens, both of these cases, it's called as direct proportion. So a is directly proportional to b, and a in fact follows b. And you can have the same example, like hunger is directly proportional to appetite. You can have the same example for when the things are decreasing. If you don't feel hungry, you don't actually want to eat anything. Okay, so again, only for a normal person who is not ill. So now let's actually talk about inverse proportions. Now inverse proportions are slightly different, and this is in fact the most general way of writing inverse proportions. And let's actually go through the entire equation one by one. Again, we are dealing with two quantities, a and b namely. And the only difference is that b is in fact in the denominator side with 1 as the numerator. And in this case, the opposite thing happens. When one of these quantities increases, let's say for example a increases, the other quantity decreases. So that is the only difference here. So they actually try to, they try really hard to not follow each other. And they try really hard to actually do that. So again, the opposite case is also true. When one of these things decreases, let's say that a decreases, the other fellow just actually wants to increase, okay, in value or in anything. So in fact, they're trying their hardest to actually not try to follow each other. So when a is decreasing, b is increasing. When a is increasing, b is actually trying to decrease. And the possible example that you can take is, let's say if you actually have tried to get your house ever repainted or anything. The thing is that the more painters you have, okay, the more people you have, the more workers you have actually painting the different walls of your house, the less time it actually takes to actually paint the entire house. Okay, so that is like a possible example of inverse proportions that you can actually think of. And I really hope this helps actually. So that is all from my side. Thank you for watching, and I really hope you learned something.